We're here in Kyrgyzstan with Artistry and Motion Taxidermy and Safari Operations. I knew kind of going in that this is going to be an extreme hunt. It's been a wild adventure so far. Looks like sheep hunting paradise. There's a lot of ibex in this country. It's kind of getting the right one in the right spot. Kyrgyzstan, of all places, of all people.
Live on the edge, 'cause brother, win or lose, it's all in what you do with the chance you're given, yeah. Through the wind and rain, you feel your heart pounding. You got one shot, what you got? Tell me what's it gonna be? You gotta make the most of this opportunity. If others fail, make sure you succeed.
The Edge is brought to you by Browning Canada, Canadian Tire, G5 Broadheads, Prime Archery, High Mountain Seasonings, Hornady, Victory Archery, The Carbon Arrow Experts, Vortex Canada, Wolverine Guns and Tackle, Modular Driven Technologies, Sticks and Stones Anglers and Hunters, Off Grid Food Company, and these fine sponsors.
Quiet Cat is the best hunting and overlanding e-bike in the world. Created from the bottom up to be overbuilt and overpowered. Don't be fooled by imitations. Quiet Cat, where the road ends, the adventure begins.
Well, we're on the train here at the Toronto Pearson Airport, trying to find Terminal 1 and meet up with CJ and the crew from Artistry and Motion Taxidermy. CJ,
Welcome.
how you doing, man? Good to meet you. Good to see you.
This is Ed Hockman.
Ed, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How
Steve
you doing?
Eckman, nice to meet you. Why are we on this hunt? That's easy. CJ and the crew at Artistry and Motion Taxidermy and Safari Operations. They extended the invite, and you know, ibex has been on my list for a long time, so it didn't take me very long to accept that one for sure. You go, sir. There you go. Well, we're here, Kyrgyzstan, Manas Airport. Feeling good, revved up, ready to go?
All wound up and ready to go.
Yeah. Mission complete. We're through customs. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And now we got an 8-hour drive. Coming up on that road, we have a 10 to 12-hour ride from the Manas Airport, and just seeing the countryside, coming up through all these mountain passes, and it's just extraordinary. I mean, we've seen all kinds of things coming up here. It was just really cool. You're on these legit good highways, and you run into a flock of sheep or a herd of cows, or you name it. I think we even saw camels. But I mean, these animals will literally shut down the highway. People just kind of coast straight through them and honking their horn, and they're smart enough to get out of the way before they get run over. So, but it was interesting. I got a chuckle out of that for sure. Jumping out of the truck for the first time after that long drive, to see camp and how actually extravagant the camp is. I was expecting a lot less, to be honest with you. But there's everything you'd need here, including a flushing toilet, which is a bonus. But just beautiful accommodations. They have a steam house, so you can get cleaned up at the end of every night, or a couple days in. And just a really cool place, and just really looking forward to soaking it all in. So right now we're sitting at about 11,500 feet here at base camp. We'll be striking out pretty much every day right from base camp here. We might spike out a little bit, but we'll let the animals and the hunt dictate that. But this morning, job number one, go proof the rifles. You know, at home we're sighting in at 3,000 feet, zeroing our rifles. So 11,500, that could change things drastically. I'm thinking we're going to be shooting high. We shot 100 yards just to make sure the zero's on, and then out to about 305, 308 yards, just to double check everything. But I was actually pretty surprised. I thought we'd be shooting a lot higher with this thin air up here, but I didn't have to make any adjustments. We're bang on the money and ready to go. CJ actually departs and he goes to a different camp, and we're left with, you know, the guides here, all Kyrgyzstan speaking or Russian speaking, but zero English, maybe one or two words, and that's it. And we strike out on this on our first day of ibex hunting.
Just starting out. First 100 yards on the horse. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
You know, for me, hunting the ibex, it's just one of those things. In the last probably 5 or 6 years, it's gotten pretty popular. It's an extreme hunt, and I wanted to challenge myself and see the countryside. I mean, Kyrgyzstan is made up of 70% of the landmass is different mountain ranges, and these are different mountains than we have back at home. These are, you know, up to 16, 17,000 feet. It's a new challenge, a new species, and I'm glad I came to do it. Pretty epic backdrop, huh? I've been a lot of places, and I love the mountains, and I've never seen mountains like this before. It is absolutely stunning. I can't get over how rugged yet gentle this countryside is. You can't look in a direction and not see beauty here. Just rode a couple miles, and this is our first big basin that we're checking in. Looks like sheep hunting paradise, but at quick glance I can't see anything just yet, but remarkable country. Yeah, I have one.
ортада шоңғар аташ бар. Шоны үйден кісап қарабаш дейсің. Oradan düşüp geldiğinde.
There's a whole gaggle of them there. First ibex, pretty cool. The top one looks good, but it looks like a band of young ones. We're about 2,600 yards away right now, and there's about 20 of these ibex on the far side of this first canyon that we dropped into. I can tell right now I'm not gonna have any fun at all this week. Probably not. Not at all. There's one big one over there. Yeah. That's the start of the herd. There's probably 100 in it. And they go from there to the left. Okay, well, we spotted our first band of ibex. 2 bands, actually. And small, eh? No shoot?
Small. No shoot.
No shoot.
Большой ibex shoot.
Big ibex shoot.
Yeah, but not, no.
No.
Big ibex tomorrow. Сегодня sleep. Tomorrow big ibex shoot.
Big ibex tomorrow, and then
Shoot.
shoot.
Yes.
Okay, there you have it. Because I'm fluent in both Kyrgyzstani and Russian, I'll be your translator. And right now, the big ibex are all sleeping. So tomorrow, they'll wake up, we'll find a big one, we'll shoot them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see? I've got this. No problem. New experiences, new species, new friends, new country. With any luck, I won't do anything stupid.
Nah, Steve won't do anything stupid. Might do something kind of funny, but he won't do anything stupid.
Okay, well, yesterday was kind of our first day trial run, and today they're telling us to bring our sleeping bags, as far as I can understand, so that means it's go time today. We're heading up into snow country, so I'm sure we'll hit 15,000 feet today at least. Not even 100% sure if there's tents on this deal. There are a lot of caves that we've saw, so I might be crawling into a cave and kind of spend the night, but I'm guessing we're on an adventure today for sure because they're gearing up to sleep, spike camp out. So the horses are saddled, ready to go, and we take off and we ride probably 6 hours straight on day 2. Got one really good ibex out here right now. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14 ibex. But one really good one. Shoot.
Oh, small.
Small? Too small to shoot? One. 110. So midday comes and we break. We're probably now at about 12,000 feet elevation, maybe 12,500. Guys bring out a sack and, it has some meats and a few breads. Have a little candy bar or granola bar and a glass of water. And well, they just kind of handed us our rifles. They must have saw some. Told us to put one in the chamber, so. Air's thin up here, definitely feeling it now. Yeah. You get off that horse and start doing any kind of physical climbing at all. I think we just did maybe a 200-foot incline. And I'm panting like I just climbed 6,000 feet. Definitely hard on the lungs. Mud chute. See that mud chute coming down? Go right up to the grass. He's in it right on the right-hand side. They're looking at 4 other ones. We're seeing ibex. And these guys know the land. I mean, every time we stop, it's kind of like one of their little hidden honey holes. And true to anywhere else I've ever hunted, the longer you pour the glass to it, the more animals you start to see. And there's a lot of ibex in this country. It's kind of getting the right one in the right spot. And these things are smart. I mean, they're spooky. They're on the move. It'd be an extremely hard bow hunt for sure. I'm definitely glad I brought the rifle on this one. We find a herd of ibex and everything's happening. It's chaotic. Ibex are spooked. They're running. with the language barrier, it's not like you have a guide beside you saying, hey, you know, this is a good one to take a shot at. So I'm trying to judge these myself, but I don't want to make a mistake. We have this one ibex that I think is a pretty good one, and he stops right at the cliff wall, and he's 120 yards away, but it's literally on a, I think it was a 46 or 48 degree angle straight down. You want him? That one right by the rock wall.
I'm on all of them.
Shoot. 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 I'm yelling to the guide right beside me, completely panicked, and I'm saying shoot, 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 like, and I'm waiting for his response, just a yes or a big or a, for him to say shoot. And this ibex goes around the corner and out of our lives forever. Holy sh**. He's gone now. He's big, huge. That was my first chance at an ibex, and in my eyes, blown, you know, because of hesitation. Shoot. Shoot the black one. Shoot him. Here, you know, you just have to make your own mind up. If that animal is something that you think that you want, then you make the decision, you pull the trigger. It's unlike a place like Alaska, where the outfitter, the guide is standing right beside you, giving you the green light to do it. So we gather up our damaged pride on that one, and you know, I bite the bullet and soak that one up as inexperience hunting the ibex. But I have it in my head now, I know what I gotta do. We're gaining some serious elevation. I'm looking down at my watch and we crest 14,000 feet. We're going across a huge expansion up on a top flat, and it's just covered in snow. We're actually riding up, and the lead rider comes up to a cliff, and he's kind of just looking over, and he's on his horse, and all of a sudden you see him duck down and he turns his horse off to the side, and he's telling everybody to get back, get back. So we dismount, we go over to the edge, and sure enough, here's this band of ibex down there, and there's 2 or 3 good ones in it. At this point they're 500 yards out, but the wind's blowing a little bit, and we can easily close the distance. We head up another couple hundred yards, and we peek over, and sure enough, here are the ibex, but they know we're there and they're on the move.
Which one?
Now, the guides start yelling, shoot, 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 but all of these ibex are moving and they're going up. Top one?
One.
Top one? I pick out what I think is the biggest one, and I said, when he gets to the top, if he pauses, I'm going to give it to him.
Shoot.
Drop one.
Is he hit?
Shoot. Yes, okay.
Yes?
Yes.
You know, when you hit an animal, you usually hear the smack or see that animal react. I had nothing on this. But everybody else around me is kind of congratulating me.
Very good.
I think he's hit, eh? Might be hit back, I don't know. And at this point in time, I'm like, you know, did I just shoot my first ibex, or what's going on? I had no idea, completely freaked out. I might have an ibex. Everybody feels pretty confident. We go down the cliffs and there's nothing, no ibex lying there. We're wondering what the heck's going on. And all of a sudden one of the guys starts yelling, and I look up and here's this ibex, and he's worked himself into a little notch in the cliff, and he's hurt bad. He's standing there, made sure the cameraman was on him. Now we got an ibex. Oh, boys. Right on. Thank you. Well, there you have it. We're here in Kyrgyzstan with Artistry and Motion Taxidermy and Safari Operations. And this hunt wouldn't happen without them. So big shout out to CJ, Ryan, the whole crew there. Just a beautiful ibex down right now. This guy was right at the top leading the pack, and he just looked like he was a good one to me. He was a lot darker than the rest of them. So first shot must have hit him somewhere far back. But he came in here and we were kind of looking for him down here in the cliffs and spotted him. He tucked himself in this cliff here, and luckily enough we saw him and were able to give him 2 more quick ones, and here he lies. So again, big shout out to Artistry and Motion Taxidermy and Safari Operations. We're here in Kyrgyzstan with my very first ibex. So badass. So again, there we have it. I mean, here in Kyrgyzstan, thanks to CJ and the whole crew at Artistry and Motion Taxidermy and Safari Operations. Fun's not over yet. I said that's my first ibex. I do have a second tag, and we have about 6 days of hunting left, so keep your fingers crossed for me. Now we're going for a giant.
The Edge is brought to you by Browning Canada, Canadian Tire, G5 Broadheads, Prime Archery, High Mountain Seasonings, Hornady, Victory Archery, The Carbon Arrow Experts, Vortex Canada, Wolverine Guns and Tackle, Modular Driven Technologies, Sticks and Stones Anglers and Hunters, Off-Grid Food Company, and these fine sponsors.
Well, here we are, midway point here in Kyrgyzstan. It's been a phenomenal trip.
Big ibex?
Ibex. You want to talk about get revved up? It was definitely one of those moments. There's ibex literally everywhere.